Morning, everybody. It is day 2 of early spring, and well, the sun is up, and the snow has melted, and the ground has finally thawed out. We spent all of yesterday basically doing some logging and waiting for the ground to thaw out, and it really never thawed out, even though we had pretty decent temperatures in the 40s. But when we got up this morning, I came out and checked the grass pasture over here, or the grass meadow, and it was getting a little squishy out here. So we have thawed ground, which is a good thing. So we can actually get to starting on our field work very soon. But the first thing we need to do is we need to take care of our sheep a little bit. We've got 614 sheep now. Oh my gosh. We started spring with 600, and just in the course of one day, we've gotten ourselves 14 sheep birthed. They are really, really going to town. Let's go ahead and fill up our water trough. Sure it's flowing in here right. All right, and let's go ahead and top them off with hay. And then we've got 4 full pallets of wool that we need to kind of get up and get out of the way. So we're going to use our trusty telehandler to do that work also. Like I said, we're probably going to spend today, or a good chunk of today, spraying some of our fields. Let's see here. So we can do one more bale. And we're going to need to run down to the BGA here in a little bit. We'll probably do that before we start our spraying, just to top that off, top it up. Stuck on. Go. BGA's been doing very, very good. I think we're up to about $700 or so an hour in revenue off of the BGA extension mod. So we should be good there. Let's go ahead and check out the finances screen. Yesterday we got 18,500 from the BGA, and already today we've got $4,700 earned just from the BGA at this point, which is really outstanding. To think about it. Think about the amount of work that we need to put into the BGA. Want to be careful. We don't want to spear that flammable tank there with our forks. That could spell disaster in so many ways. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and back this up to our sprayer. Hook up to the little pup tank here in a little bit. But man, we had such a beautiful sunrise. The moon is still out, but the sunrise was quite spectacular. Oh, I got to figure out where we're going to put these pallets of wool. I guess we'll put them on this trailer here. Picked this little trailer up the other day. I think you all were along for the ride for that, maybe. If not, we basically picked this little trailer up the other day. Let's go ahead and extend it. Oh, it's a ramp. Thought it was a I thought it was an extension to the deck, but at any rate, that's fine. Go ahead and guess this is going to be a daily occurrence during spring, and that is coming around here and picking up our wool. It's going to be all we can do, I think, to keep up with our sheep wool production. Can I get 2 pallets at once? This is probably not advised, but seems to be working for the moment. For all I know, we could lose that front pallet of wool any moment. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, look, it's barely on the fork. There we go. I'll tell you, this Kloss, I don't know if it's the telehandler or if it's the MR that is making this rather nice implement. Maybe the MR that's making it better because it's responding slower to throttle inputs. Possibly. I mean, one of the issues with telehandlers in general that I have is that they want to take off so quick. It makes doing some fine work, up fine, gentle motions pretty difficult to do when you get up close to things like this, because they'll just want to kind of take off on you. Alright, so there we go. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and strap these up. Like we get one more strap on the back. We could probably put one more crosswise here on the back. Let's see here. How much wool is in that particular pallet? Almost full. Just leave him where he is for now. And let's run over to the let's get this thing backed in here before I mean, it's just calling for cloudy weather, but you never know. May have a one of those quick rainstorms pop up. Best to have this guy under cover. All right. So let's run on over to the BGA, I guess, and stock it up and check it out a little bit. Then we'll come back and See what kind of spreading we can get into. We also have got some fields we need to start cultivating. Yes, if anything, with this telehandler, the front wants to shift to front steer. The front wants to slide around. Doesn't really want to grip the road. There we are, $667 during the last hour for our BGA. That's pretty cool. Now, the way I understood this mod would work is I understood that I would be able to buy bigger. I'd be able to upgrade the BGA to a bigger unit. Right now, I can adjust the amount that the BGA consumes, I guess the eating rate or the feeding rate. But I think the way that works is the faster it consumes, the less energy you generate, and the more maybe the more digestate you get or something. Basically, it's like faster is not always better. Makes maybe the thing a little less efficient, something like that. But the way I understood it, that there was also a way to buy a bigger, upgrade the BGA to a bigger unit. But I'm not getting that option when I walk up to it. So we're just going to play for a little bit and see. I think it may be that that maybe we get that option after it's after the output has gotten to a specific level. Maybe. Really sure. So this is the first time I've been playing with it. And it won't start actually consuming until 8 o'clock. So we can bring 2 bales up to it. See, we're producing 435 kilowatts of power currently. And we've got 55 bales still stored in here. Oops, I'm going to pull out 2 hay bales. Pull out. There we are. If you look at our PDA, we own fields 19 and 20 here, which are grass down by the BGA. We're going to be fertilizing those. Getting them to their full 3 stages of fertilization. Then we're going to be, when the time comes, we're going to be mowing those and putting them in the bunker to get ourselves some silage down here that we can feed it. We don't have to be regularly bringing hay bales down. Okay. Thought I had shifted that to front steer. There we are. Now, thankfully, there is a seed and fertilizer facility here on the island. We're not going to have to run across the ferry to get our seed and fertilizer. So that'll hold the digester there for the day. Come in this evening and top it off again. Now we're just going to run back to the farm and drop that front weight, pick up that little pup tank for our sprayer, run down here and pick up a load of spray, and I guess basically start figuring out which fields we're going to spray, because we need to spray all of our fields, and then we're going to need to come in with our cultivator and cultivate up our arable fields. I think we're going to put straw in, or not straw, but wheat in at least one of those fields. Not really sure what our planting schedule is going to be like. Haven't really worried about that too terrible much. Oh, nearly missed our turn. I saw our tracks coming off this way, but we nearly missed it. Big cloth's arm in the way. We can see a little bit better this way, but then we've got our pokers sticking out. Not really the safest thing to do in the event that one of our poor sheep might find their way over the hedge and in front of us as we round a turn. Right. Oh my, I left the gate open. Have to take care of that little problem. Now it is looking dark back there. Looks like you could storm up a pretty good storm. Let's drop our weight. Wrong one. Drop our weight right there. Around here and hook up to our little pup tank. All right. Let's run down here and see if we can't pick ourselves up a load of fertilizer. Say over winter we did a pretty good. We did some serious damage to the local forested area. So much that I was getting a little worried that we would, you know, the local folks would come up and wonder what we were doing if we were planning on clear cutting the entire island. But you know, they weren't too problematic for us. We're about to drop another wool pallet of full capacity. Now let's see. No, this isn't it. I got to go all the way down into town to get to the road. Oh, we're also up to 615 sheep now. Wow. Got ourselves another birthing. So we have to go this way. Dock. And here we are. To Hannah Seeds. 'Seeds. 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 ' Here it is. Go ahead and fill up our front tank. Okay. Then we'll fill up the back tank. And let's go ahead and look at our menu here and figure out what plan of action we're going to take. Well, we got fields 1, 2, 3 right here. We got 4, 7, 24, and 25, and 26. So we've got this whole corner of the island, and we've got these two fields over here. So I guess we'll go ahead and just start right here by Hannah Seeds and work our way around. See if we can't figure out how to get into field 1 here. Looks like the ferry is off on a off the other side of the or off over to the mainland. Ferry doesn't seem to have a regular schedule. It seems to kind of sit and wait until someone needs to go across. And the problem with that strategy is that, well, if it's on the other side of the, if it's over on the mainland, and someone over here comes up and needs to get across, you might find yourself waiting for a little while, because you might have to wait until the whoever went across the way there is ready to come back. There we are. But basically, there just isn't enough. There isn't enough need to have 2 ferries, because in the perfect world you would have 2 ferries, one on either side, and they would be in communication with each other. And as one comes across, the other would be on their way across also. And as a result, you would never really have a time where you were stuck waiting on a ferry. But I'm worried that we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we're going to be stuck just sitting around waiting on a ferry to find their way across. Then really bad scenario would be if we found ourselves stuck on the mainland, and the ferry has basically left us over there overnight. So we got to be careful when we venture over there. We don't want to be over there too late in the day. Risk having the ferryman take off for the night. So guys, let me know how you like the series. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking of the series. What do you think of this idea of 600 sheep? You know, I've told some folks that I was going to do a map and have 600 sheep on it, and they looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, "Are you crazy?" And I thought, well, no, not really. I've done the math, and it looked like it was fairly easy to do, as long as you planned it out and thought it out a little bit, which hopefully we're going to be doing. If we're getting, I don't know, 14 well, we're going to get more than 14 sheep every day as they keep increasing. But if we keep getting, you know, the sheep that we're getting, we're going to be way up there come the end of summer when they're going to stop reproducing. So I saw that the Stara thing come up on sale. That was one of the cultivators I was actually looking at possibly purchasing. So when we come back, we just may have ourselves a Stara cultivator. I know that they're not that equipment isn't maybe necessarily regional accurate, but I like that little cultivator. I like that it gives the plow bonus and everything, so that'll be really great for those little arable fields that we've got. We're obviously not going to cultivate up our grass fields here, or we'll be even further behind in our ability to produce hay for our sheep and mow the grass for the BGA. So we'll get we'll have a little bit of a hit on our first mowing, but once we mow that, then we'll get the full benefit as long as we can do 3 stages of fertilizer on those. So the field didn't take too terrible long. So field 3 looks to be fairly small. It's right there. Field 2 is maybe a little bit bigger than field 1. So we should be able to realistically probably spray nearly all of our fields today and get them to a point where they are going to be ready to fertilize come tomorrow. Not fertilize, but cultivate come tomorrow, at least the arable fields, that is. One of our arable fields right there. I think the entrance to field 3 is down this little path. Because we kind of went this way when we were doing our snow clearing, and realized that this wasn't going to take us into the feed area. This is for so this might be the entrance into field 2. This is really our first time working these fields. Been you know, in the winter time since we started. All right. Just get going with this one, and we are right about our 30-minute mark and everything, so that's where we're going to call it. I'm going to go ahead and like I said, we're going to go ahead and finish up spraying our fields. So we're going to spray off camera the rest of field 2. We're going to do 3, 4, 5, 7, 24, 25, 26, 19, and 20, and that should pretty much get us through the day. And when we come back, we'll probably be either in late evening of this game day or tomorrow, game day 3 of spring, of early spring, and we'll be probably working the cultivator at that point. So if we just look at our forecast, I'm not thinking we're going to be able to really plant anything for a while now. Just based on the ground temperatures and the air temperatures that we're looking at. We need 41 degrees for wheat, barley, and canola. And 50 degrees for soybean and corn. 41 degrees for potatoes and sugar beets. And that's what I was going to do. I was thinking about putting in potatoes in field 4 for the purpose of the BGA, because we can feed potatoes over at our BGA. I may also put potatoes in field 5, then just use field 25 for wheat. So that may be what we do. But again, we can't put any seed in the ground until we've got 41 degree ground temp. And, well, it doesn't look like we're going to have 41 degree ground temp for quite a while. So we can kind of take our time and do our spraying. So we're going to spray the arable fields. We're going to then cultivate the arable fields. So we're going to spray them again. And then we're going to just let them sit until it's time to seed. Oh, look at that. Perfect. That gap. This field would look... It's going to look really great working this particular field, looking out across the bay once it clears up. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about the series. If you've got ideas or suggestions for this series, let me know. And I just may work one or two of those particular ideas into the gameplay. If that strikes your fancy, go ahead and suggest something up. And until next time, guys, happy farming.